Hey everyone, Dustin here from Manifestation Academy. What are 3 important factors to help you get what you want? That's what we're going to talk about today. So, how do you get what you want in life? You know, so many of us want so many different things. How do you get it? Look, there's books written on this. It's been studied for history. I could go on for like hours and hours and hours to do it. I'm going to boil it down to 3 just overarching things to keep in mind when you're looking to get what you want in your life. First of all, step 1, getting what you want, you first got to know what you want. I know that sounds sort of obvious, but a lot of people do not know what they want, myself included. Sometimes they say, oh, what do you want out of life? Or what do you want in this area? I don't know. It's kind of hard to define sometimes. Sometimes we don't know. We have an idea, we think, but we're not really sure what we want. So defining what you want. Now, best way to do that is take certain areas of your life to do that. So you say, oh, well, what do you want out of life? It's like, that's just such a broad question. Like, how do you know? So take different areas. Like, what do you want in your financial life? What do you want in your career life? What do you want in relationships, and maybe intimate relationship, family relationship? What do you want with your business? What do you want with a sort of sporting thing? Any like project or area or activity that you're taking part of, then you can narrow it in and start to define what it is that you want in that specific area. So that's how you do it. You got to know what you want, got to define what you want, and try to be specific with it. Now, one of the keys with that, and one of the problems with that is we think we know what we want, but the universe has another plan for us in terms of what we want, right? So you never know exactly how it's going to look at the end, but you have an idea of what you want, and you just start taking the steps and going in the direction of it, and that final product might turn out shape different forms along the way. So that's going to be open to that adjusting, but have an idea of what you want and where you want to go, and then just start walking in that direction. For example, with my law practice, right? We have over 40 people, over 1,000 clients. Did I ever say, hey, I want 40 people on my team and 1,000 clients? No, I didn't want that necessarily. I wanted to deliver a great job and, have a good financial income. And that was sort of vague and general, but that's kind of where it led. And the more I did for our team and did for our clients, the more the universe kind of started to provide for me, right? So that's kind of where it led. So know what you want, or at least have an idea and an area in order to get what you want. If you don't know, you're never going to get it, right? If you know you want to drive from LA to New York, you can sort of start to create a roadmap. But if you don't know you want to go to New York, you have no idea where you're going to go, no idea. So have an area, at least an area. The more specific and defined, the better. But also, even if you're specific and defined, be open to that changing along the way. Really, this whole game is not about point A to point B, straight line, get it, got it, good. Very linear thinking, which is what our minds like to do. The universe is very cyclical, very circular, very mysterious. It might take you out of the way this way so you can get the lesson here, and then bring you back in home so you can get what you want and what it thinks is better for you a lot of times at the end. It's not going to always be linear, so just got to be open to that. Know what you want, but be open to that thing. Second thing, very important, is you got to take the steps. Super obvious, I know, but a lot of people don't take the steps. Why? Because they're confused about what they want or what they don't want, and they're not sure how to get there, right? You don't need to know the final product. You don't need to know all the steps. You just got to start walking in the direction of where you're going to go. If you're driving from LA to New York, you don't say, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom here, and I'm going to get gas here, I'm going to stop off here. No, you just start going, and along the way, you're going to stop and get gas. You're going to stop and eat at this restaurant, right? You don't know all those details, but you just got to go. And as you start moving, the path becomes more clear for you. So get walking. The path will become more clear for you. All you really need to know is what's the next step. You just need to know what's the next step. And as you take that next step, the step afterwards becomes clear. Then you take the next step here, and then it becomes clear. So just keep taking the steps. Know generally where you're going. Try to be specific, but again, be open. And then just start taking the steps to get there. Third, this is super important, is it's called correct and continue. Okay? Did you know a heat-seeking missile is off target 97% of the time? A heat-seeking missile designed to track its target is off target 97% of the time. That's going to be you when you're going for your goals and you're going for your dreams. You're going to be off target, and you're going to be off target a lot. The key is to keep correcting and continue. Oh, I'm going this way. This didn't work. How about this way? This didn't work. How about this way? This didn't work. It's going to keep not working, not working, not working, not working, not working. Sometimes the key to getting what you want in life is finding out all the ways that don't work before you get there, right? That's what you got to do sometimes. It's like a maze. It's not a straight line. It's a maze. If you ask Thomas Edison how he invented the light bulb, he tells you he failed 1,000 times. So if you're trying to get what you want, you're gonna fail. You gotta fail forward, correct and continue. You keep moving. And I know the struggle is real and the pain is difficult and it's really, really hard because sometimes you don't know that there's light beyond the tunnel. You don't know what's above that ridge. You just see the mountain. You're like, damn, another mountain. Like, I gotta really climb that. I don't want to climb that. I've climbed so many mountains along the way. I'm tired. I'm drained. I'm exhausted. This is painful. It's really hard to deal with, and don't know if I can keep going. Should I quit? Maybe this is a sign to quit. Maybe this is a sign to give up. All those thoughts go through our head, and they're normal, and it's hard, and it sucks. But if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? If it was easy to invent a light bulb, we would not know Thomas Edison's name because the light bulb would have been invented way before him. It's someone who climbs 1,000 mountains, who hits 1,000 no's, 1,000 failures, that finally gets to invent the light bulb. And why is life that way? I don't know. Why does God do that? I don't know. God, don't you want there to be light in the world? Why are you going to make it so difficult to get there? I don't know. And in your path, in your journey, it's difficult to get there. It's difficult to get what you want. I understand. And it's just a journey, and you just got to keep grinding through. Sometimes you got to punch through the mountain. Sometimes you got to go around it. You got to go above it. You got to go under it. Go through it. Sometimes you stop and wait, and the mountain just disappears, right? And we don't always know the answer. We're not always sure what's there. But if you just keep going, you keep correcting and continue. Be committed to finding a way. Be committed to finding a solution to get there, and then you will eventually get there. And for me, when I go through all the mountains, it's really hard sometimes, and it sucks, and I don't want to do it, and it's painful, and I hate it. But, that just makes the reward that much sweeter. When I get to the other side and I look back, I'm like, wow, it just tastes so much better when you've gone through the struggle to get there. I can't say it for any other reason than that. Other than that, maybe that if we don't appreciate the journey, if we don't appreciate the struggle to get there, when we do finally get there, we're not going to appreciate having it. And sometimes it's been said it's hard to get there, but it's even harder to keep it, right? If you didn't appreciate what it took to get there, maybe you're not going to appreciate it enough to keep it. You're going to get rid of it. You won't treat it with a certain respect and aura that it has. You see this a lot in study histories when you see people come to power, right? They had to fight to get power, and they gain power, and they're the king or whatever, and they're sometimes a great king, a great leader, and then their child comes up, was raised without the struggle, without the strife, without the pain, didn't earn it, didn't appreciate it, didn't know it, and he comes in and he totally ruins the entire kingdom because he didn't learn the discipline, he didn't learn what it takes, he didn't appreciate it as much. So maybe in the end, that's what the struggle is for. It's for us to appreciate it at the end, so we do a good job in maintaining it. We do a good job in keeping it. That God granted us this gift. He granted us this opportunity, and he wants us to make sure that we appreciate it, we nurture it, we take care of it. We don't just throw it to the whim because we didn't earn it, we didn't respect it, we didn't appreciate it. So maybe that's what it's all in the end for anyway. So keep those three things in mind as you're going through. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes persistence, it takes struggle, it takes a lot. But if it was easy, everybody would do it. So keep on going, and I wish you best of luck. If this video helps you, please share it with a friend, subscribe to our channel, hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you in the next video.